all right?
I'm just confused. What happened?
We blew it.
What do you mean?
I mean, we screwed up.
What?
The lights went out. Spencer copped the Ice Princess. Don't make a big thing of it. Listen, he can't vanish into thin air.
I know.
You check the exits, I'll check the base.
Okay, gotcha.
Tony, what is going on here?
Well, Leslie, I think it's rather obvious. The statue has been stolen.
The statue that you wanted.
So it seems.
Why would anybody want to steal that? Unless it was worth a great deal more money than I ever thought it was.
That's quite possible. Do you have any ideas?
Ideas about what?
Well, let's start with the bottom line, shall we? Where has your friend Luke Spencer gone?
Follow me, so get lost.
Okay.
Where's Spencer?
I have no idea.
He cannot have left by the front exit or the back, because I have men stationed there, both places.
Good idea, but useless.
Have you seen where Spencer's gone?
He has not come through this way.
All right. You keep an eye on Alex Quartermain and don't let her out of the auction, okay? Got it understood?
I tell you, I'm outraged. That man actually pushed me into that mummy case.
Man? What man?
Good heavens, don't you know? Luke Spencer. He's the one who took that statue, obviously.
Don't you worry, we'll find him.
Well, don't you think you should get started? What are you doing up there, Sonny?
Well, that's what happened, wasn't it? I mean, he came down the dumbwaiter and out the window.
And took the Ice Princess with him.
Fair assumption. Not too bad, huh?
Ah, smart idea. Too bad we don't have somebody that clever on our side, kid.
I've thought about it many times.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. May I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you. Now, as to the incident, I assure you that the police have been notified, and whoever took the black piece of modern sculpture you were bidding on will be apprehended in just a matter of moments. Now, we're going to recess for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, understand, so that we may collect ourselves, and then we can resume. All right, 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and then we will begin the bidding on the next item.
I don't understand this at all. Surely you must know what happened. After all, that's what you're paid for.
Believe me, Mrs. Quarterman, we're doing everything we can.
Such as what? A valuable piece of art is taken right out from under your very nose, and where is it? Who took it? Where is it now?
Mr. Rooney, like the announcer, like the auctioneer just announced, we've called the police. Now, until then, no one's getting out of this room with anything.
I am still distressed. Most distressed. I've never heard such goings-on in all my life.
I think if we were anyplace else, I'd be jumping up and down with joy.
Well, Edward, I still think that's a little premature. I mean, we're still not clear that Luke made a clean getaway.
Oh, I'd stake my life on it. But the whole operation was so skillful, so beautifully timed.
Yes, I agree. It was beautifully timed, but we've still got to get out of here.
Well, that's no problem. We'll just go with Alan, Monica, and anybody else we happen to know who might be leaving. As Luke would say, piece of cake.
Ah, there you are. Well, one thing you have to say for Mother, when she plans an event, it's exciting.
Yes, your mother sometimes has a knack for surprises. But this time, I think she was just as astonished as the rest of us.
Hello, everybody. Wasn't that incredible?
Incredible.
Have any of you heard anything at all?
No more than you, Audrey.
Well, I'm sure the police will have everything under control shortly. Meanwhile, if there's supposed to be a 10-minute break, I think some fresh air is in order.
Yes, I agree. It is a bit stuffy in here,
You know,
isn't it?
there's one thing that I still don't understand.
What's that, Steve?
Yes, I'd like to hear, too.
Well, that piece of whatever you call it, sculpture.
The modern sculpture? What about it?
Well, I'm not an art expert by any means, but
You know what you like.
exactly. And that thing looked like a piece of coal on a pedestal, ugliest junk I ever saw.
So?
Well, so who on earth wouldn't want to steal something like that?
Well, maybe someone who could appreciate it.
That thing?
That thing. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I don't know.
Thank you. Isn't this exciting, Joe?
could call it that, yeah.
Well, how are you, Anne? Are you enjoying yourself?
Enjoying?
We're kind of looking at Fred. Joe? You okay?
Just a little chill. I'll be okay.
Well, let's go see them. Miss Quartermain?
Yes.
Your two bodyguards were suddenly taken ill, Miss Quartermain. Would you like us to have your car brought round?
So they were both taken ill?
Quite suddenly.
Obviously. No, I won't be needing the car. Thank you.
Congratulations
For what?
for being so clever as usual. But I think this time you've gone a little too far.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I'm tired of it. I used to enjoy your game playing, Alex, but I had enough of it. Is that clear?
Very. As a matter of fact, I'm a little tired of your game playing. So may I make myself clear?
By all means.
Call up your dogs, Tony, or I'm going to make a very big scene, and a scene that you can't afford. Now, do I make myself clear?
Alex, Lila wants me to stay until the end of the auction, but Alan and Monica are leaving, so you can go home with them. Joe and Ann are leaving, too, and little Jeremy.
Well, that's fine, Edward. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking about leaving.
Be with Alan and Monica, my dear. I mean, with all this excitement going on, I'd rather you weren't out on the street alone.
That's very sweet. I'll see you later.
I'm so sorry that Alex is leaving. When the auction begins again, there's still some very lovely things going up for bid.
Well, I think most people will be staying, Audrey. That'll please Lila.
Yes, I'm actually quite sorry that the small statue did disappear. I had hoped to put a rather large bid on it.
Oh, for the good of the hospital, of course. Well, as Edward said, most of the people will be staying, though. Looks like your wife's auction's going to be a roaring success, in spite of that stolen object.
Or perhaps because of it.
Sorry, folks. No one leaves.
What?
Oh, it's all right, officer. None of us is carrying a stolen statue.
Look, buddy.
Officer, if you're having any doubts, I'm sure that Dr. Hardy will be able to vouch for us. You do know Dr. Hardy, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
See, dear. Would you please tell this nice officer that we are not running off with any stolen merchandise?
Oh, my. It's all right, officer. I know these people.
Yes, sir, Dr. Hardy. Sorry.
That's all right. Glad to see you're doing your job.
Thank you.
Miss Quartermain.
Yes.
I'd like to tell you that it was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope we'll see each other again soon.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
I'm delighted to hear it. I'm sure we have many business interests to discuss.
That's certainly a possibility.
Wasn't that rather careless of you?
How?
Letting her walk away scot-free like that.
I have two men waiting outside, and remember, they follow her wherever she goes.
Well, I must say, I wanted the auction to be exciting, but I wasn't bargaining for anything like this.
I don't think any of us were. Well, maybe Luke Spencer. Anybody seen him since the lights went up?
He's around somewhere. He's certainly not hiding. Where is he?
Laura? I didn't mean to suggest that.
You seen Luke?
That's the big question. We have a missing statue, and we have a missing Luke Spencer.
If Luke took that statue, it's only because he's doing his job.
His job?
That's right. Alex Quartermain hired him to find that statue. And he probably has. He certainly wouldn't take it for himself.
My compliments and my applause.
What?
Well, I like to see a lady defend the men in her life. I just hope that... Well, I just hope that if Luke did steal the statue, he won't destroy him.
Getting chilly, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Anybody want anything? Mom, some coffee?
Actually, no. I really don't want anything. It's been a long day, and I'm exhausted. I think I'll just check on the baby and go straight to bed.
Okay, you're right. It has been a long day. Very strange one, too. I'm still feeling a little bit keyed up. I may even have a walk around the bay.
Okay, suit yourself. Night.
I'm rather tired myself. Good night, Alan.
Night. Pleasant dreams, cousin.
Oh, I always have pleasant dreams. But then again, I'm sure you do, too.
Hello?
Hello. I looked for you at the auction today.
Oh,
What happened?
I'm so glad you called. I've been waiting to hear from you.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I am now.
Why weren't you at the auction?
Oh, I just didn't feel up to it.
Are you ill?
No, I'm not ill. It's just with Alex knowing about the baby and everything. I just couldn't face her, that's all. How was it?
It's kind of a long story. I'll tell you about it when I see you.
Alex didn't make any more threats, did she? I mean, about telling Monica about the baby?
No, we've kind of reached what one might call a Mexican standoff.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, it means I'm going to stay out of her business if she stays out of mine.
Is that all right with you?
It'll have to be for the moment. Oh, look, I was wondering, I know it's a little bit late, but,
Are you coming over?
would it be all right?
Oh, you know it would be, silly. I've been thinking about you all night long.
Okay. Half an hour, then?
Oh, I'm so glad.
I'm glad, too. I'll see you then.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
One of these nights, I'm going to toss this glass of milk right out that window and order a drink.
Oh, Bert, milk's good for you.
So's oatmeal, but I don't swim in it. And you know when that's going to be?
Well, when you're going to dive into some oatmeal?
Oh, these are the jokes. Say goodnight, Gracie. No, when I'm going to have that drink. It'll be the night I take you to dinner. We'll have a couple of cocktails before we eat, and a nice bottle of wine with dinner, the works.
Sounds great.
Oh.
Well, home from the wars,
Hi.
huh? Rather the auction?
I think you were much closer the first time.
Oh?
Yes, one of the items up for bid was stolen.
Stolen? How?
Well, that's what your men are trying to find out right now. Seems the light suddenly went out, and when they came back on, there was a piece of art missing.
Right when people were bidding on it. Can you believe it?
Was it valuable?
Must have been for somebody to steal it and then to disappear.
I better call my office and see what's going on. Did they get the thief?
No, not yet. But would you like some hot chocolate or herb tea, coffee?
Oh, better yet. I just finished making a batch of clam chowder.
Sounds wonderful.
Sounds great.
Good job. I'll get you some.
Thank you.
Sure. No.
So, how's it going, Captain
My mistake.
Ramsey?
You. First. Oh, just fine.
Have you making any progress investigating Dinah Taylor's murder case?
Some.
Oh, anything you can talk about?
Well, just to say that the pieces are beginning to fit together.
The pieces?
Well, Heather, that's how most cases are solved, you know. In television and in the movies, there's a culprit who is always cornered and the music rises and he confesses to everything. Actually, it doesn't work that way.
How does it work?
Well, as I said, putting the pieces together, I might add, slowly. Just one piece at a time, like a jigsaw puzzle, until all of a sudden, you get the picture.
Are you saying you're getting a picture?
Slowly.
But what if it doesn't fit together? I mean, what if you just search for a certain length of time and you can't find anything out?
Well, there are cases that we just close the books, but that's on minor cases like, you know, robbery or stealing a car, stuff like that. After a time, we just give up and we close the book.
Yeah, but what about after a certain length of time, you can't find the murderer? Wouldn't you just forget about it?
Oh, no. I didn't mean that or even say that. It's quite the opposite. We never close the books on a murder case. Never.